A developing story tonight out of crazy California. It centers on a major election fraud probe. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco says his office has seized more than 500,000 ballots from a November special election tied to redistricting. Bianco, who's also running for the Republican nomination for governor, says the probe began after a complaint from a local citizens group. But California's Democrat Attorney General Rob Bonta pushing back. He's petrified, calling the claims overblown and warning he may take legal action against Bianco if the sheriff doesn't shut this down. So joining me now live to discuss that and a whole lot more, the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights at the DOJ, Harmeet Dhillon. Harmeet, welcome back. Always good to see you.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
You know, I'm hearing the Democrat Attorney General out there so scared of this investigation, he's threatening literally to throw the sheriff in jail. What could have the Democrats so worried? Could it be that there are reports that in some of these elections, that county has had more ballots cast than actual people living there?
Well, exactly. I mean, this particular attorney general has been known for making threats like this, posturing, beating his chest. He's fairly mediocre as a lawyer. But I will say that it's very refreshing to see local law enforcement take action on these types of issues. Too often, everyone runs to the federal government and asks us to be the police of everything. But actually, this type of thing should be investigated by local law enforcement. So I look forward to seeing what the sheriff and lawyers there find out. It is important that we have high confidence of all citizens in the outcome of our elections. And how can you have that when we're not allowed to ask questions?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some questions after listening to Senator Cory Booker. You heard a little tease of that a moment ago. He's trying to block the SAVE Act, which would force voter ID, by saying this.
Massive voter suppression bill that would make it very difficult for millions of Americans, especially women who have changed their name on their birth certificate no longer matches the name on their real ID or driver's license. It would cause chaos to voting and really shrink the voting rolls 5 or 10%, given the effect it would have.
Now, Democrats like Booker told us for years that there were no illegals voting in America. But if you're shrinking the rolls by 5 to 10%, A, seems like there are some illegals on those rolls. And B, are very accomplished women like you so clueless that you can't figure out how to get a photo ID? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is not really a problem for any American. Every American can go and get an ID. It's really not difficult. And in fact, over the years, states that have required ID to vote have also made it free for people to be able to get IDs at the state level. So this is a red herring. It's just kind of fake scaremongering. And you're correct about the second point regarding illegal aliens on the voter rolls. We've only been able to cleanse, with the help of cooperative states, between 55 and 60 million voter records so far, but we've referred tens of thousands of potential illegal aliens to our federal officials to further investigate. And now every time you have one of these cases, you want to make sure you're interviewing people and making sure there isn't a common name or something like that, so we aren't going after the wrong person. But once we're through with that, I think you're going to find there are quite a few people who are on the rolls illegally and who voted. And Democrats do tell us that never happens, and it absolutely happens.
Yes. Real quick, I want to ask you about H-1B visas. There's a big debate in your party about them. You just had a big settlement at DOJ with an IT company that was using AI-generated job ads to exclude American workers. What's at stake here? What do you see playing out with what your division is doing and what the administration wants to do to kind of reform this?
Well, Ed, this is actually a huge issue. We're working with the Labor Department as well as the EEOC. So far, my division itself has 102 investigations open regarding discrimination against American citizens. We've reached millions of dollars of settlements, including back pay for workers who were denied their opportunity for a job as Americans. And this is a huge problem. It's a problem in Silicon Valley, but we're also investigating trucking companies that are discriminating against American workers in favor of foreign nationals. And look, I don't blame people from other countries wanting to come and work in America. It's a great place, and I don't blame employers for wanting to pay less. But they're exploiting foreign workers, and they're denying Americans their job opportunities. That's illegal in America, and we are fully committed and working hand in hand with the White House to shut that down and make sure American workers are not subject to discrimination on the basis of our citizenship.
Well, obviously the president ran on America First. It's nice to see you actually implementing that in government. Harmeet Dhillon, thank you.
Thanks for having me.